Part 2 of the Appalachian Trail through Fahnestock State Park. It's a great place to ski in the wintertime too. I've skied in many places throughout New England, New York, and the best trail system by far, in my opinion, is the one right here in Carmel, New York. Problem is, even though I think they're about 1,500 feet above sea level, which can make all the difference sometimes, they don't always get enough snow. In fact, this past season, they weren't able to open at all. It's pretty sad, but Catskills were open. This was an old mining community, or a mining town, rather. A lot of iron ore in this area. Oh, it's an old road. I didn't notice that on the way in. One of the old mining roads. Awesome. It looks like this is the same road. Either logging or mining. That's good. Twist your ankle just before you get into the car. So I either need new hiking boots with about 5 inches of memory foam, or I need to get rid of these extra pounds that I put on when the CV nonsense started. What a lot of people don't realize is there are still over 20 million people who were left with nothing. And although some of them were able to get some unemployment and the payroll protection plan may have been some help, time is up. And I believe time was up last month for a lot of people. And you don't hear about the evictions. And you don't hear about the people who have still suffered complete 100% loss of income. It's really a shame. I was looking it up recently on the internet, and I found that the last articles about that were back in April. But it needs to be addressed because I was luckier than most. Initially, I lost 80% of my income, but I had a savings. I had something to fall back on. A lot of other people didn't. And now I've gained back 30%. So it's still a struggle, but I can't complain too much, but it's still a pretty raw deal. I don't think people understand the laws, but it's against the law to deny anyone the right to earn a living under any circumstances and for any reason. It's kind of, I'm not sure if a lawyer would agree, but it kind of makes me think of defamation of character in libel and the sanctity of a peaceful life. It's also illegal to close down any business for more than 48 hours. And look at New York City. Look at all the little shops and bodegas all around the country, all around the world. It's a pretty raw deal what they did to us, and we need to make sure if this ends that it never ever happens again. And with that in mind, everyone needs to realize that we have an awful lot to fight for. Because if we don't get this back, the life that we once knew, and it's not better than what we had before, and it's full of restrictions and all kinds of mayhem, then we may never get back the kind of life that we had last year at the same time. It's almost like a dream when you think about it. Well, I can hear Route 301, the Speedway. Well, this is one nice cliff. This is a nice place to hunt. Tough place to drag deer out of, but it's these hard to get out of areas where a lot of guys won't go.